She's number one at being dumb, the new face of the DNC. Gather round, cause that's our Jazzy.
Yeah, baby.
Jasmine Crockett's got another hot take. No blacks and whites on a wedding cake. The Democrats' new chosen one, Jasmine Crockett, is in the news again for an old clip where she attacked Florida Rep. Byron Donalds for marrying a white woman.
Greg Gutfeld just lit up Jasmine Crockett on live TV, and it was pure devastation. With razor-sharp wit and zero mercy, Gutfeld sliced through her dramatic posturing and left her stunned. This wasn't a debate, it was a takedown. While Crockett leaned on rehearsed talking points, Gutfeld came in with a verbal flamethrower that scorched everything in sight. The crowd didn't just watch, they roared. Social media erupted in real time. If you thought political commentary was dull, this spectacle proved otherwise. Crockett never saw the firestorm coming.
It's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you.
That's not very woke, is it? Of course, Crockett isn't the only Democrat who's opposed to interracial marriage, or else more Democrats would have voted for this one. Racist!
Greg Gutfeld doesn't just argue, he obliterates. He doesn't tiptoe through debates, he barrels through nonsense with sarcasm and high-octane energy. So when Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett stepped forward with her trademark flair for drama and headline-chasing soundbites, a collision with the Gutfeld wrecking ball felt inevitable. And it hit hard. The moment Crockett tried to spread her theatrics beyond the House floor, she made a critical mistake. She assumed Greg Gutfeld would treat her with the gentle gloves the mainstream media often uses. That assumption became her downfall.
Tyrus, I go to you for no particular reason. Is she making any point there?
Like this makes me wish my mom made different father choices. Because we all get sucked into this. Like, this is... If you're going to talk about black history, at least know it. This is... At least know it, okay?
Instead, Crockett walked straight into the lion's den, unprepared, overconfident, and out of her depth. She isn't known for substance as much as spectacle. Critics say she's perfected the art of talking over others, firing off flashy buzzwords, and delivering TikTok-ready outbursts. Her career so far has been marked by fiery tirades, viral moments, and dramatic solo performances at every available microphone. To her supporters, that's fighting for justice. To others, it's just loud, chaotic noise.
It goes back to, that was 45 seconds of some of the, like, Kamala, you good right now. That was some of the dumbest I ever heard in my life. Here's the thing. This goes back to what we talked about earlier. They never have a solution. Just listen to your dumbass talk. You want to talk about agriculture? Why don't you fix the lottery? Why don't you make it easier for people who want to come into this country to work in agriculture and equitation and factories? Get rid of the lottery. Open it up. Talk to the president. Like, hey, we got a plan. We want to make it easier for people who can vet and come in and work in this country. Come up with an idea besides, any of y'all want to pick cotton? We're like, we're in suits in the middle of the Midwest. Why would we pick cotton? It's like the extreme stupidness of what she speaks. I'm so angry right now.
And if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that subscribe button. Now back to the heat. Greg Gutfeld doesn't just add to the noise, he cuts through it with sniper-like sarcasm and a grin that says, I know where this is going. So when he took aim at Crockett's latest round of grandstanding, a mix critics describe as race-baiting, accountability dodging, and partisan theatrics, he didn't come to chat. He came to roast. And roast her he did. Gutfeld began by voicing what many viewers were already thinking, that Jasmine Crockett comes off less like a serious policymaker and more like a viral clip machine fueled by outrage and theatrics.
She's so rotten, she wants migrants picking cotton. We present to you Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who made this shocking argument why America needs immigrants. Roll it, Alfred.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
When the wheels fall off.
You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a.
She's so rotten she wants migrants picking cotton. That was the framing as the segment introduced Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and her controversial remarks about immigration. Roll it, Alfred. So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants. Right? The fact is, none of y'all are trying to go farm right now, okay? So I'm lying? Raise your hands. When the wheels fall off, you're not. We are done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
Kilmeade, she's getting to be the face of that party.
I know, thanks to your show.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more popular, this or The View on Gutfeld. But a couple of things. Did you see, at first I thought she was doing it for comedic purposes, but you watch back, nobody had a response. They didn't know what the hell she was talking about. And she's like, oh, really? Farming? Yes, it's called eating, farming. America's got the best farmers in the world. There's glory in doing it. People do it, and the people don't do it by hand anymore. This isn't 1820. So I was just stunned by what she's saying. But the weird thing is, she probably left that room thinking she knocked it out of the park. And I don't think that anyone can stop her from being the face of the party, except Bernie Sanders, who's 111 years old, talking about oligarchs.
According to Gutfeld's critique, she wasn't asking real questions, she was delivering rehearsed monologues. Not defending ideas, but chasing viral moments and social media clout. And in Gutfeld's world, that ranks at the bottom of political discourse. The takedown didn't need to be loud. It was sharp, methodical, and edged with icy contempt. Gutfeld simply held up a mirror, and what Crockett saw wasn't flattering. He dismantled the buzzwords, spotlighted contradictions, and poked holes in the logic behind her public persona. Jasmine Crockett has built a reputation for congressional theatrics, always camera-ready with expressive reactions and headline-ready lines. But this time, the spotlight swung back at her, and critics say she struggled under it. Gutfeld didn't just question the antics, he put them under a microscope, pairing biting satire with blunt common sense.
Do you have an opinion on this? Or should I move on to somebody?
No, I just... It has to come from me.
Yes.
Okay? None of y'all are qualified. Not just, for one thing, I'm mad at Charmaine the guy because he should have kicked her out. See, the problem is that we are allowing our own culture to be openly racist and get away with it. Now, if a white person is offended by that, and they should be, they say something, it's like, it's not the same thing. But if you say that, and another brother looks at you and goes, man, you wrong for that. And I don't want you on my show. Get the hell out. Because I'm telling you right now, if I was not on the show, which happens sometimes, and someone was sitting in his chair and he was complaining about black men this and black that, and they shouldn't be here. And you know what happens when a white woman marries a black guy? You would not have seen that guy in the next segment. He would have kicked his ass off because you're not going to talk about somebody that I care about like that, or another person like that. That's the problem.
He mocked the sheer absurdity of her outrage and highlighted the contradictions in her rants. 1 minute Jasmine Crockett was preaching unity, the next she was accusing critics of being part of some grand conspiracy against her. Greg Gutfeld wasn't fooled. He called the act what he believed it was, a polished performance masking a simple truth: her accomplishments are thin. And that's where it got interesting. Gutfeld didn't just target the theatrics, he dug into her record, or what critics say is the lack of one. For all the noise and drama, her legislative footprint appears minimal, no major bills, few standout wins, just a stream of viral clips and repeat talking points. Gutfeld's verdict? Crockett isn't a leader, she's a brand, more reality TV energy than governing force.
Yes. Yeah, all right, stop it. Although I must say you have great taste. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Oh, man. Okay.
Do you have an opinion on this, or should I move on to somebody? No, I think it has to come from me. Okay. None of y'all are qualified, not for one thing. That's why I'm mad at Charmaine's guy. He should have kicked her out. The problem is we're allowing our own culture to be openly racist and get away with it. If a white person is offended, and they should be, and they speak up, suddenly it's not the same. But if another brother says, "Man, you're wrong for that, I don't want you on my show, get out," that's different. I'm telling you right now, if I wasn't on the show and someone sat in his chair complaining about black men this and that, you wouldn't have seen him next segment. Greg would have kicked him off. You're not going to talk about people I care about like that. That's the problem.
Jesse, they called Musk a Nazi, and next thing you know, you got swastikas on cars. They called Trump Hitler and a Nazi and a fascist, and he got shot. So I don't really ever see that happening on the Republican side when we make fun of Democrats. It's also about the supporters. It's not just the leaders. It seems like Democrats are easily programmed to do bad things.
Yes, they are. They're very easily programmed, Greg.
I made you say.
Naturally, Crockett's defenders moved fast. They argued that criticism of her was rooted in bias or fear of her influence. But Greg Gutfeld rejected that outright, insisting criticism is called accountability. If someone can't handle being challenged, he suggested, politics may not be the right arena. Online reaction was fierce. Social media lit up, memes everywhere. One viral image showed Gutfeld towering over a stunned Crockett with the caption, "Sit down and learn something." Others replayed the clash like a political UFC knockout. Supporters said she walked into the moment herself, mic in hand, ready to spar, but Gutfeld stayed composed, countering with sarcasm and pointed critiques.
First they cursed, now they thirst for blood. Jasmine Crockett is upping her temper tantrums, now saying the only way Democrats can win elections is by throwing hands.
I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. It's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right?
To critics, it was like watching someone fight fire with glitter, flashy but ineffective. Even some allies appeared to distance themselves as the moment spiraled. Gutfeld wasn't just going after one awkward soundbite, he was challenging the broader, spectacle-first political style he believes Crockett represents. His closing message was blunt: leadership isn't about volume, viral clips, or labeling critics. It's about results. The segment framed it as a hard lesson that when flash replaces substance, someone like Greg Gutfeld will be ready to call it out with sharp satire.
She claims that she wasn't talking about Abbott's wheelchair at all. Yet she's mentioned Abbott's wheels before. In 2022, she posted Beto's rolling around the state. Where's Abbott rolling to? And according to the Washington Free Beacon, Crockett also liked several Facebook comments referring to Abbott as Hot Wheels back in 2020.
This wasn't framed as just another clash. It was presented as a warning sign, with Greg Gutfeld's name on it. Supporters said he didn't merely challenge Jasmine Crockett's performance, he turned it into a broader critique of social media-driven politics. The commentary painted a picture of politicians chasing clout instead of legacy, mistaking noise for impact. The moment itself wasn't described as a calm policy exchange, but as a lopsided rhetorical fight. Crockett tried to rally the room with her usual mix of outrage and slogans, but critics said the argument didn't land. Instead of applause, the segment suggested there was visible discomfort and secondhand embarrassment in the room.
How long is she going to keep this thing that she wasn't talking about, the wheelchair?
Yeah. Come on, babe, you know you're full of and all that, Jasmine. I think what happened was AOC was like, you guys, I need to triangulate and be serious now because I'm going to be a senator. So someone has to be a talking attention whore. Who's it going to be? And Jasmine raised her hand and goes, excuse me, Congresswoman Cortez, I speak jive.
What it is, mama.
Crockett pushed back, firing off familiar phrases like systemic oppression, voice of the people, and let me finish. But Gutfeld's unimpressed smirk never moved. Observers compared it to someone trying to scold a grease fire, dramatic but ineffective. Meanwhile, Gutfeld appeared relaxed, barely raising his voice as he continued the critique. His delivery was so controlled it felt almost routine. The audience reaction told the rest of the story, laughter, head turns, and a moment that critics say turned what was meant to be a bold stand into a very public stumble for Jasmine Crockett.